Hello, Star Wars fans! And what I have for you today is issue 15 of the Star Wars Build Your Own R2D2. And just like the little preview I gave you from the last issue, here we have extending the head frame. And then you have the Inside Star Wars starting Chapter 2 and the Droid Directory of Viper Probe Droids. So those are going to be the articles inside of the magazine here. And as always, just give you a little flip through of what is in here. And a little something about, looks like Tesla there. Yep, Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island. And there we go. If anybody is into the, oh shoot, now I'm blanking on the latest movie that just came out. The R.L. Stine. The new R.L. Stine movie where they do a little bit about the Tesla Tower in the movie, if you haven't seen it. Pretty funny movies, actually. I mean, they're meant for kids, but, you know, still funny. I know my kids like them. Alrighty, and this is this issue's parts. So it's not much. You just have two metal framing bits and then the connectors in there. No screws this issue, so but these use the silver metal screws, so we got plenty of those at the moment. Alrighty, so I guess we'll just go through and open this packaging up. Just like the last issue, everything is in the clamshell. Or if you prefer, the half shell. Turtles related humor. Alright, there we go. I know it has nothing to do with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I just had to do that. Alright, so assembling the center ring is 7 steps, and attaching the chassis, that is 4 steps. Okay, so basically we're completing the ring and then we're attaching it to the dome. So we'll just dump this out. Alright, get rid of that. So assembling the center ring, add parts DF16 and DF17 to complete the metal ring that fits at the base of the second set of frames. Okay, well, if you watched the last issue, issue 14, I believe in the issue it said that the plate that we were putting together was 1/3 of this ring, and if you notice, it's actually 4 pieces, not 3, so it's not 1/3, so it might be a typo, but you never know. Okay, step 1, take the assembly from stage 14, which is going to be this right here, which I don't need that. Okay, and the parts supplied this time, which I'm adding the extra bit, the extra connector piece, together with 6 of the shorter silver screws from issue 11, and the remaining DF08, which I already brought down, connector that came with issue 13. Arrange the parts in the orientation shown. Okay, so I need 6 of these silver screws. So going into my box, so that will leave us with not much at all left. Looks like we'll have 2. Yep, definitely 2 left. Alright, so it wants, I'm just doing it the way it's showing in the paper here, because it shows it here, and then it also shows it right here in a bigger image that you can actually make out a little clearer. Okay, so well, obviously we're not going to be able to really attach 3 different connectors all at the same time. So, screwdriver handy. Okay, so it's arranged. Alright, and that was step 1. Step 2 is screw a DF8 connector to the end of DF18, making sure to fit it to the same side as the connector on the other end. Okay, so to DF18. Okay. Get one of these screws on here. Okay, come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Oop, that was a little bit off camera. Okay. Now fit the end of DF17 into the matching dovetail joint in the end of DF18. Screw the end of DF17 to DF8. Alright, and now I can flip that over because I already have the one screw in there. See, now it's acting magnetic again. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's in. Alright, and step 5, I mean, screw a second DF8 connector to the other end of DF17, which would be right here. And right there. Alright, and then we'll get that is perfectly okay that fell. No biggie, because unlike doing the other ring, you can actually slide this part in. So you don't have to worry about anything else. Alright, yeah, that's on. Okay. Alright, here we go. And okay, so step 6 was screw the remaining DF8 connector into the end of DF19, which I already did that. And then Step 7 is fit the dovetail joints on both ends of DF16 to the ends of DF17 and 19. Which I'm doing, and that's... Oh, there's actually step 8. Oh, and then step 8 says screw DF16 to both the sides of the connector. So why couldn't they have actually said that for the first set of stuff there? They always seem just to do the most common sense step at as the last step there. All right, so nice and solid here. Right. All right, and then we have completed assembly. The finished center ring should look like this. Okay. So obviously this is going to be one point in time where we're going to have to take the dome off the stand here. So take the dome off the stand. Okay, so attaching the chassis, screw the finished ring to the upper part of the dome completed in stage 13. You will need 12 of the thinner screws and nuts supplied with issue 11. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Alright. So it said 12. Okay, so 12. I wonder how many that's going to leave us with these. Okay, 2. This time I'll actually count them. 4. 6. 8. 10. 12. That leaves us with 4 of those screws, so we should be left with 4 of those little nuts. That's 5, 7, 8. Well, apparently their count is off. Either that or mine is. 2. That's 4. That's 4. And that's 4. Okay. Well, maybe they supplied too many or too little of one thing or another. Maybe they put in too many little screws the last time here. Because that's 12, so I'm left with 4 of those silver screws and 2 of the nuts. Which I have not dropped any, so... Oh, there we go. Okay, so... Step 1 is hold the completed ring with the DF8 connectors on top and align it with the assembled dome chassis so you can fit the two together as in step 2. Okay, and just gotta figure, okay, so that like that, and that like that, and then basically we flip it. No? Yeah, I think we flip it. Yeah. Okay, so step 2 is locate the flat section of the frame, DF11, arrowed above and right against the flat on DF16 to ensure that the ring is correctly aligned. Okay, so basically it's supposed to be like this. So that flat is supposed to meet that flat bit or part or whatever the heck you want to call it. Hmm. No, this should be a little farther over. Okay, there we go. Alright, so it's pretty much going to end up looking like this right here. If you can see that. You just have to try to make sure that you look at the picture very, very good. So that way you can line it. I went by the top of this compared to where all this was aligned. So basically use this as like a clock. So, alright. So step 3 is holes in the ring should line up with the 12 lugs in the chassis. 3 of them are indicated here. Yeah, well, they are. So we got that. But it's 1, 2, and I'm guessing that's 3 right there. Yeah. Okay. And these are gonna attach from the top. Okay. Which have hexagonal sockets for fixing nuts. Alright, so step 4. Fit nuts and screws to all 12 lugs to secure the ring to the chassis as you did in stage 9. Alright, so I think what I'll do is I will, because so far there's definitely one spot that doesn't have that whole hexagon shape for this. So I will do those ones last, and I think I'll actually do every other one as long as they're all the full hexagon, so that way more of this can be held together firmly. So that way I don't really have to hold the plate in place too while I'm doing this. Alright, that's tight. Okay. Alright, so that one doesn't have the whole one. That one also doesn't have the whole one. Okay, so this one does. Alright, so we'll flip that one over. And we'll get that one in. Alright, and then I'll just do this one right here. Okay. I should have enough in right now that I should be okay. So I think we'll just continue on and then go back and do those other ones that don't have the full shape to them. Oh, wrong. It's supposed to be a nut, and I grabbed a screw. Alright. And then just go back through and get all the other ones done. And hope I can hold this nut in place here. Seems like it's working. Yep, got it. I mean, that one actually had to kind of slide into place because it's actually got plastic full up all around it. This one right here doesn't. So this one might be a little bit trickier. So, there we go. Alright, well, luckily, backing it up actually helped better this time around than I did on the other times where I tried it. Oop. I got that. Yeah, okay, got that in the wrong spot there. Okay, that one's good. Okay, get this one here. And that goes in that one. Okay, that one's good. Now we have another one of these, and I have one, don't know if you can see it, but there's one right back in there. That one's going to be a little bit more difficult to get to. So, did I get it? Yeah, I think so. Yep. Got that. Okay. And then the toughest one. Okay, which I'm gonna have to put that nut in from this side and probably have to hold it from that side too, because there's no easy way getting at that from the outside of the helmet there. Alright. Alright. Nice and tight. It's got a little bit of more weight to it now. So, alright, there we go. And then we just put it back on the base or stand. And you see, because it's got a little bit more weight on one side than the other, it kind of like, it kind of angles itself to one side when it gets to a certain point. I can see it, because when it's rolling around the back right there, it's actually leaning to where the weight's going there. So, alrighty. So that is completed assembly. That finishes the job for now. Ready to start adding the bottom layer of chassis frames. Alright, so we'll start the third and final layer, and those ones can actually be added. Should hopefully be able to get added. Obviously we have to take it off to put the frame on there. Because, I mean, it honestly would have been quite difficult to hold this in place like this and then try to hold the those little nuts in place at the same time. So, kind of had to do it that way for obvious reasons. Alrighty, and then coming in issue 16, You get head frame part, fixings. Ooh, look, it's looks like some more nuts, and 2 different kinds of screws, and a piece of the frame. Alright, and then expanding or extending the head frame, and then inside Star Wars, location, 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 Android directory, IG series droids, as in like IG-88. Alrighty, so until the next build your own R2D2, or until the next build your own X-Wing, or until the next Transformers video, thanks for watching.